Hello everybody. This is a video series that I'm doing to help my students learn how to mix in Studio One Prime. It's the software we use because it's free, and if you want to work on it at school, we've got it on the computers here. If you want to use it at home, you can use this software at home. So the rest of YouTube, if you're looking at this and want to use this, I'm really just doing this for my students to give them a good idea of the beginning process of mixing. I'm sure that there are other ways to do this, but I just wanted to show them how I'd like them to get started on this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a video that shows how to import your audio, arrange them into a logical setup for mixing, and then color code them so that you can find things quickly. So first thing we're going to do is create a new song. All right, and in this new song format thing here, we're going to change this to say Laughing Phillips. And then video. All right, so mix. So this is going to be my Laughing Phillips video mix song, and I want to save it somewhere. Right now it's going to save it in the Documents folder. That's not where I want it. I want to save it somewhere on my desktop, and that's what my students should be doing too. So click on desktop, and then on here you're going to create a new folder and label it. Put your name and then the name of the song you're doing. So I've already got one built for this. It's going to be the Laughing Phillips demo series, but if you hit new folder, type in your new folder name, there you go. So in here, that's where I'm going to put my stems too. So out here on my desktop, sorry about the pinging, I'm going to yeah, that's my folder. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to drag it into that, right? If you want to copy it, if you have them out there on your desktop and you want to leave them in that place, then you hold down Option and drag. So that's what I'm going to do. Hold down Option and drag, and that moves my stems so that they're in the same folder as my mix. The reason why this is important is because if you change computers or if you save them in a place that deletes them, like a temporary file, when you go to mix again, all your audio is going to be somewhere else and not with your project. You want it to be with your project. So I do that. I hit Studio One. I come back in here, and that's where this project is going to be. And I hit Open. So now this tells me it's going to be on my desktop. The next thing we're going to need to do for my particular project is the tempo. The tempo of my project is 70 beats per minute. So you're going to want to change that to your BPM so that the measures line up. You also don't want stretch audios to fit song tempo audio files, because we don't want to make the audio files speed up or slow down. So if that's checked, go and turn it off. I had to turn it off on mine the other day. Then I hit OK. So here's my project. There's nothing in it right now. I usually close this browser so it gives me more screen real estate, especially on the 13-inch monitors that you're going to be using. That's kind of hard to see. So what I do is I take this right here and I open up my stems folder. Here's where I've got all the audio for my project, all in alphabetical order. Not the way I want it, but I have to drag it in, take it, drag it in, put it all the way over here on measure 1, let go. So it's going to build a preview. So it'll show me what the waveform looks like in all the different tracks, just to kind of get an idea of what you're looking at. So sometimes this takes a long time, sometimes it's pretty quick, but it might take a long time. But what we need to do is get this in an order that makes sense to me. So as a matter of fact, yeah, I just want to get it in order that makes sense to me. So I want to get my vocals up on the top. So if I go down here at the bottom, here's where I've got vocals. I want that to be up at the top. I like having my vocals on the top, and then I put in my chording instruments and that sort of thing. So I put vocals. These are both harmony. These are all background harmony parts. I want those up there by the lead vocals. So I drag them up here. I've got acoustic guitars, but then my other guitar part and piano parts are down here, so I want those up there because I like having my chording instruments after my vocals. I kind of build it in the order of frequency. of what frequencies we have. And then bass is fine right where it's at. Looks like we got some work to do there. And then I've got my drums. I like my overheads first, so I'm going to put my overhead left up there, my overhead right. Then I want probably my hi-hat, then my snare. Then I put in my toms. So I got a high tom, a middle tom, and a floor tom, then kick, and then my room mic. All right, cool. They're all in order. But all of them are, right now are kind of a bluish, greenish, whatever, right? So I find it a whole lot easier to find if I make all my tracks that are the same type one color. So these are already kind of green, so let's make them all the same green. And then these right here, oops, missed that one. All right, and then my guitars, so and just guitars. Select those. Let's make those. Looks like they're kind of a bluish. Let's go with blue. Whatever. All right, so my guitars are blue. Piano, they're kind of green, so we're gonna have to find something else. Let's make it yellow. And then bass, once again, blue's already taken. Let's make that orange. And then my drums, we'll make our drums red. So now when we edit this, what that means is all my tracks are going to be different colors, and it'll be real easy to go, all right, there's the drums, here's the vocals, and so on. So that's how you edit your tracks, you put your tracks in, get them into a logical order, and then color code them to make it easy to find.